I'm Scott G.
And I'm Phil D.
Today on the show, we're talking about hot mommy vampires and Yoko Kano.
That's going to be Resident Evil and the new Mortal Kombat film.
With our special guest, Levi.
So, what do you think of this?
Now,
this is the second one that's come out.
And this is
we've already done
we've
already done an episode about the previous one with the werewolves, and this is the vampire one. So if you haven't listened to that episode, go hit that one up.
Go hit it.
Yeah.
And we got to show Levi our encounters with the werewolves last week. He saw what's going on with the vampires this week.
He saw how badly you fucked up.
I've pretty much fucked up in both scenarios. Whew. But what do you think from your first perspective of seeing Resident Evil 8?
So, I mean, going into this, I haven't paid attention to it at all. I mean, I'm mostly, for anybody that's listening, I'm very much checked out of gaming. Like, I'm the guy that people are like, hey, do you know about this? I'm like, no, I'm busy, like, playing MAME.
Yeah.
I'm just always playing, like, Metal Slug or, Grid Seeker or something.
Yeah.
Old games.
Yeah.
That said, I do really enjoy a lot of the older Resident Evils. 4 is my favorite. The running gag between me and Phil is anytime I'm not playing anything, it's always like, oh, well, what are you just replaying Resident Evil 4?
And usually, yes.
now we've also added Metal Gear Solid 5 to that.
Yeah, that one. It's funny how like I'll boot it up and just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna take one outpost over. And the next thing I know, I've wasted like 30 hours. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
But not knowing anything about it and seeing it for the first time today, like despite the fact that I don't have a way to play it, I want to play this game when it comes out.
If you had a power supply, you could play.
Yeah, true enough.
I'm liking the 2 demos so far. Well, 3 demos, I guess. The first demo that they showed, I guess I could show it to you, but you've seen more than that one did.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, actually they take you through some of the same areas in that demo, but it's not any action at all. It's just a graphic showcase. You just kind of walk through some halls.
Yeah,
and then
look at some walls,
yeah,
some statues,
and
break some boxes.
That's right, break them boxes. And then Hot Mommy Vampire comes out,
Yeah.
And that's the end of the demo.
That's it.
I don't know. I felt like the second one was a little lackluster because of how dope the first one is, but they're trying to give you a trail of breadcrumbs to a game that comes out 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean?
Well, the first demo was a lot more action focused.
Totally, yeah.
This one, again, and really just like the first one, this one just really seems to be more, hey, just kind of wander around. We're going to jump out and scare you a little bit, but...
I mean, they scared the shit out of me. I mean, so the vampire lady that you fight...
Anyway, spoilers for anyone who cares.
Oh, yeah, spoilers.
There you go.
Big old spoilers.
Yeah.
Can we just wear shirts that say spoilers on
I think
them?
that would be the best thing.
Okay, yeah, we might as well.
Wear a spoiler?
A spoiler, yeah.
It's the spoiler play.
We all have spoilers.
That'd be great.
And we're all Supras now.
So this episode, this demo takes place in the castle with the vampires.
That's right. The last demo took place in the village with the
werewolves.
And this one's in the castle with the vampires. And
you wouldn't know a vampire if it bit you in the dick.
Oh man, these will bite you.
Shouts out to all my Cyber City Oeda fans.
Oh man,
and
total classic.
Yeah, I like the setup of this one. It's cool. They just kind of drop you in it. I thought that the wandering around the castle is nice. It looks like they give you an idea of what some of the initial puzzles are going to be like as soon as you get there. Obvious Resident Evil style. Here's some shit you got to look at to pull a thing.
You got to examine it and tear it apart and then put it into a face.
So I didn't play 7 at all. Was like the idea of crafting is that's pretty foreign to me.
Yeah.
As per Resident Evil. So I mean, was that in 7 at all?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
it was absolutely.
Because I mean, in my head,
3 had it, but that was it.
Well, I barely played
Yeah.
3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that's the only other one that had it for real.
I mean, I was thinking of like really dumb stuff. When you picked up a pile of scrap, I was like, oh, there's gonna be like the designated spot to put the pile of scrap,
Put the
and
scrap
then it, and then
in.
it like
Oh, yeah.
unlocks something. You know?
But then you picked up another pile of scrap, and it was just like, well, how many of these puzzles are you gonna have to do?
Very scrappy puzzles.
Right?
Yeah, the crafting system seems cool. Yeah, in 7 it was a little. I mean, you basically could only make. You get this redneck flamethrower. Okay, by the way, I will say, and I'll touch on this just for a minute. I just played through Resident Evil 7 again.
Yeah.
I've only played through it in VR up until this last time because VR. I waited to fucking play Resident Evil 7 so that I could play it in VR because I
Right.
knew that's the way I wanted to do it. And playing it flat though, still an amazing game. You know, VR is cool. Hiding in VR is cool, but aiming's better not in VR. You know, 'cause I'm just used to a controller.
not in VR.
I mean, I can aim with my face, but it's just not as good.
yeah. If only they let you wear like a gun
Yeah.
for a hat.
I
If
mean,
you
that's
had like
pretty
a
much
hat gun.
that's exactly the way it is in the
Man.
game.
Oh, yeah.
You just aim with your fucking face.
Yeah. Oh.
I got it super unrelated, but I got to say that reminds
Yeah.
me of one of the main characters that you see repeatedly throughout Keith Courage and Alpha Zones is literally a revolver that has arms and legs, and he's wearing shades.
Oh,
nice.
shit.
Yeah,
Keith Courage.
Keith Courage and Alpha Zones,
Man,
baby. It's the pack
wow.
in with the turbo graphics.
Dude.
That's awesome.
Deep cut.
Yeah.
So yeah, in 7 though, you get a redneck flamethrower.
It runs off of paint cans or
paint-
some shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
spray paint, hairspray,
Hair-
some shit.
something,
You know,
yeah.
aerosol. It's just aerosol cans.
It is
and-
not that efficient.
And it looks like it's gonna blow up at any moment in your
Yeah.
fucking hands. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, it'll work. You'll be alright.
Just kick it.
Just kick it. I'll just jiggle it. It's
Just
alright.
jiggle
You
it a bit.
didn't
Look.
screw it in all the way.
There ain't got no gas in it.
So yeah, you could make the fuel for that. You could make
You can make it,
health
first
potions.
aid.
Yeah,
health,
the
they're health potions.
They're health potions and big health potions. You make normal health potions, big health potions. You make flame rounds, the flame grenades,
X
you know,
potions.
and then and then make the hairspray stuff. You can make super handgun bullets, and then you can make normal handgun bullets, and that's all you can make in 7.
Okay.
Which that's a fair amount. Gunpowder plus yellow bag equals regular bullets. Gunpowder
And
plus.
it's not like you got to find a bench to do this. You can kind of just do it on the fly.
You can do
if
it on the
need
fly,
to.
exactly.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, I wish that you could combine things as you pick them up. Like that's just a quality of life thing Resident Evil needs, where
Yeah.
you have this on the ground, you have this in your inventory. It goes, would you like to combine? Yeah, you
Yeah,
fucking know I want.
absolutely.
Just let me do it. Come on, as though in reality I couldn't just pick it up and do it and then put it back in the
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Like, but whatever. So maybe that's a quality of life thing. It looks like you have way more crafting options in this one. You guys saw that thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
There were
yeah.
a bunch of slots there, so who
Yeah.
knows what we're getting? You know, maybe I'll be able to make shotgun shells.
I was about to say,
That'd be nice.
I mean, that would make sense since you're
Oh,
picking
yeah.
up so much gunpowder. But anyway, so this demo takes place in the vampire's castle.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty castle. We wandered around. There was a, like I said, puzzle with the eye.
I'm assuming, what did they call her? Mother Miranda? What was that?
Mother Miranda was
We're not sure if that's more just a like
That's gotta be a
deity
patron
spirit.
saint or
Yeah,
something.
some kind of
Oh,
patron
okay.
saint or
Okay,
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know what the vampire ladies
Her-
are specifically called.
the tall one is Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
That's the
Even her name sounds expensive.
For real, dude. And everything is gilded in this place too,
Mhm.
man. It's Castle Dimitrescu, so that's
Okay.
Yeah.
so she's obviously the countess here,
Mhm.
and yeah, the thing is, there wasn't a whole lot going on in this one other than some Dark Souls enemies in the basement that were really fucking cool.
Yeah, they were
You
like
know?
Oh, yeah,
ghouls
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that
Yeah.
one had like a long sword, the other one had an axe. Like, yeah, they weren't just
Fuck.
like, yeah, they were
Yeah.
all armed.
Yeah, it was. One had a big sickle, and,
Yeah.
and they'll grab you and pull you in, and yeah, I mean that was some shit.
Mhm.
And then
that one vampire lady that
The
with,
blonde,
with
yeah.
locusts.
she,
Yeah.
she she reminds me of Sarah Jessica Parker in
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
like
Sick throwback, bro.
but like
Nice.
hotter, you know. But even hotter.
Even hotter.
I know it'll kill me, but I like it. I just
Oy vey.
She's a man eater.
for real, dude.
Jeez.
So, yeah, and as soon as you get to the vampire, she's just
She's just on
impervious.
ya.
She's impervious to bullets.
Mm-hmm.
She fucks your
yeah.
shit up.
You're locked in.
Yeah, don't try to shoot her. It's a waste of bullets.
What'd you guys think of the vendor?
Oh,
Oh,
the
it-
merchant in this, the big,
I mean,
jolly dude.
Clearly,
Duke.
I'm eternally biased to
Yeah.
the Resident Evil 4 merchant. but
Absolutely.
Merchant's
He's
great.
definitely
Yeah.
a character.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to. Hopefully we'll get a bit more backstory on this.
He is very smug.
And the Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duke.
The Duke.
What was that? He's named after the Xbox controller.
Yeah, dude.
The Duke. The hamburger.
The hamburger.
That shit's a
Double cheese.
That, that's I would give it like a full-on Big Mac. That's what that shit was. You know,
It's
It's a Whopper.
It's hard
like
to
a
gauge.
90s Whopper.
Yeah,
Like-
dude. A proper Whopper.
Proper Whopper. There's a band name for you.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
At least an album title. But I was saying, I'm curious, like, how big is he? Because like seated, he looks like if he stood up, he'd be like 8 freaking feet tall or something.
He's definitely big enough to not be walking.
These are comically large people.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Because Dimitrescu, I want to say,
Well-
is
well,
9.5
and again,
feet
this-
tall.
Yeah, well, and this carries over to that whole where things that need to look realistic in a Resident Evil game are realistic, but
Most things are stylized.
most things are very stylized.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still I love the way that they've taken their stylized look because, yeah, all the environments, like you look at a rock or you look at some wood or you look at a carving or something and you're going like, fuck, this looks amazing. But then the characters all still look weird. You
Yeah.
know, they all have a gnarliness to them.
There's an uneasiness when you
Yeah.
look at them.
Yeah,
You know.
it's almost the same that they've done with Devil May Cry 5 in that, except instead of it going in that gnarly, strange comic direction, and I mean like
Comic book.
yeah, graphic novel
I gotcha.
illustration kind of look, because that's the way I see them. Because people have like hard edged jaws and people have like really crazy noses. And
Right,
They,
yeah.
they like to do that.
Well,
right?
they're a lot more anime.
But that's what I was going to get at with Devil May Cry. Is it goes way more in the anime direction, and this goes almost more in the comic book direction as far as
gotcha.
the grittiness, But it's stylized, where it's like realism with this obvious nod to a surrealist look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's cool, man.
That's good.
Like they really know how to optimize this fucking engine too, because that was running flawlessly the whole time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is with ray tracing, and this is, I don't think it's 4K, I think it's like 1440. So, poo, Robbie.
Boo. What else about this demo? I mean, this was pretty short. The last one, it pretty much took up the whole 30 minutes. I think the first run
the last
through
one
you beat this in like 17.
In 17, and then I beat it again in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So I have a recording of me playing through twice. I'm gonna upload the video of both of the things. You'll be able to see them within the week here. I mean, there's not a whole lot else to say about the demo. It's fucking rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, let me put it this way. I didn't know anything about this game. B, I don't care about modern games.
Mhm.
C, I want to play this game.
Yeah.
Just already.
Already.
Yeah. Yeah. Scott decided we were going to watch Mortal Kombat together.
And it was, what was it, Philip? What was it? When did you call me to give me your thoughts on it?
17 and a half minutes in, and was struggling. I was struggling hard. I was already losing interest at less than 20 minutes into this film. But
well, man, it's a absolute chop job, man.
I mean, there's the beginning of it set up immediately confused me because I'm like, okay, hold on, Scorpion's a good guy. Why is Scorpion a good guy?
No, yeah.
What the fuck's going on here?
They had to flip it from the original, man.
I guess, you know, because I've always tried to make it where Sub-Zero's the good guy. And well, I don't know. I mean, back in the day, they were just both.
It didn't matter.
Ninjas,
they were
right?
they were just both ninjas that didn't like each other.
Right.
That was it. But I guess they got to give them a backstory because this film is all about the lore. It doesn't. The characters don't matter.
No.
You know, the fights don't really matter. Like
Couple
nothing is
is
resolved at the end.
They did some of the characters well.
They did some of the characters well.
Like Kung Lao. Kung Lao is absolutely solid.
Yeah.
You know, he does the pose with the hat. And
yeah.
everything.
So how about that? How about we go through all the good points since that's probably going to be the shorter section.
Yeah. There's a very small amount of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, Kung Lao, Liu Kang. I would say Kano. I'm fine with Kano.
Yeah, and I think if Sonya Blade got screwed by the editing. In this.
Let me turn myself up a touch.
Overall, a pretty decent character and a decent portrayal of said character, but just the editing did her absolutely no favors.
And that's I said her name earlier.
McNally?
Man, I can't remember her name.
Whatever. Sonya Blade.
Sonya Blade. Yeah. So that's fine. That's about it.
Is that really the only? Some of the fights were okay.
Yeah, the last fight, well, the one with Scorpion Sub-Zero.
Scorpion Sub-Zero was
solid fight.
Yeah,
it actually felt like a Mortal Kombat.
Well,
fight.
It felt like the people doing it knew what they were doing.
I thought that the way that they executed the way Sub-Zero executed Scorpion's wife and child was pretty brutal.
Yeah,
like, you know, freezing and penetrating him with a big fucking
ice thing through the heart,
big icicle.
Yeah. Do we care about spoilers?
Oh no,
no.
I mean,
okay.
Come on.
Yeah, fuck this movie.
This movie sucks. Yeah.
There's your thought. If you don't want to know anything more about this movie, I mean, it's not worth your time.
It's really not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. But
I don't know. I mean, it was fun. I think it was worth a watch, but that's about it.
Yeah, just one, just so you know,
and have low expectations with this watch. You know, don't expect much. I still want the Eli Roth movie.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Yeah, because they didn't lean into the humor enough. They had moments of it.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's just like Mortal Kombat's inherently silly.
Yeah,
just on its face.
Yeah,
you know, and taken too seriously, that's I don't know, man. That's a detriment to what everything's about. I like, this is the thing, man. Like, when I first saw the trailer, I was just like, man, they're just going to focus on the fucking lore.
Yeah.
And the lore's not all that interesting.
No.
You know? Instead of just throwing a couple of characters. That's the thing. It's just like these tournament video game fight movies completely miss the point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Set up a reason for a couple of interesting characters to fight. And that's really all you have to do.
Well, they're non-fighting game fight movies have always done it better. Like The Quest, which is a Van Damme movie back in the 90s. The Quest was maybe late 80s. I'm pretty sure it was the 90s. It's basically Street Fighter, but done well.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But, I mean, they didn't have to explain a whole bunch of people. He's a dude. And then there's these other dudes from other places, and they all have, specific like clothes on, and you
specific clothes on,
and then you fight those
so
dudes.
You can tell them apart.
You can. That's it. They are distinguishable easily.
Yeah.
And then he fights easily distinguishable men and wins.
A series of them.
That's it. It's not fucking hard, especially when they give you such a roster of characters to pick from. I think that they kind of cheesed out on who they went for, because I mean, it's easy to go Sonya Blade Jax. They're establishable characters. They're cops. You got them in that, or it's just
well, and I feel like a bunch of people felt like the last movie didn't really portray Jax all that well.
You mean? Do you mean
Armageddon?
Yeah, Armageddon. Okay. No, I mean, and this one didn't either. Also, people's powers are just what the fuck in this movie. I mean, obviously Liu Kang's Liu Kang. He's got the bicycle kick. He's got fireballs.
Yeah.
He's got he's Liu Kang.
He's got the dragon.
It's really solid, actually.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, it's not bad. No, again, Liu Kang was one of the better characters in this movie. Yeah,
he works fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with him. I'm good with the actor. You know,
I mean, they kind of flubbed on the bicycle kick. That was kind of lame.
It was a little weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else about him though, fine. But Kung Lao is better.
Kung Lao is better.
And man, great job. All the training kind of sequence shit is great. They did a funny, repetitive sweep kick. To Kano. They kept sweeping
him. What was it? Kano was just like, "Is that the only move you know?"
Yeah.
That was good. I liked
the
good. Video game references. I do think they leaned a little too hard on trying to fit the dialogue from the video games, those taglines into the actual dialogue. Like when someone would do a finishing move, it would be like flawless victory, and it wasn't as tactful as the 90s one when they did that same shit.
No, they did not do it as well, man. Well, wasn't it Shao Kahn that said it in the other one though?
Shang Tsung.
Or
Shang
Tsung.
Yeah.
Shang Tsung. Okay, so the guy who plays Shang Tsung, it's the dude from The Dark Knight that was the corporate guy that he jetted out of the window with the
recovery.
Yeah, the recovery thing. Yeah, he Fultoned him. That's what he did.
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah.
So he Fulton recovered him. So that's that guy, and his acting was flat as shit. He tried too hard to be the Shang Tsung from the 90s.
Yeah,
he wasn't being himself. He was just.
He didn't make the character his own, and that I think is probably the biggest flaw.
Mm-hmm. It really is. Yeah.
With this movie is that it really harkens back to the original Super Hard, and seems to want to more or less expand. Well, I don't even want to say expand. Just kind of like ape the good parts of those, and it's weird that they would do that in such a shit movie because it just reminds you that you could be watching a better one. You could be watching a better version of this.
You could even be watching a better other fighting game movie.
Right.
Like, Jesus, man, I'd rather watch King of Fighters
or Tekken.
Man. Ugh. Yeah, so Shang Tsung is weird. Yeah. I like the way that Cabal looks. I do. I just think it's funny that like the guy from what's it called? Fury Road, from Mad Max Fury Road, the big dude, is this made up character. Krieg, I guess is his name. I think. Why'd they bring some? No point in doing this. That you have so many other characters to pick from, and then they had I can't think of her name. She was from like Deadly Alliance. It's like a harpy gargoyle succubus kind of style chick. Yeah, I mean, come on. There's way cooler characters to pick.
Way
from.
better.
You don't
characters.
need to make one up and then pick a crappy one just to kill them. Right?
Yeah, well, that was pretty much it. It's like you can't kill all the good characters in the first movie because this is a franchise.
But they got the guy from Fury Road, and then Cabal looks just like Immortan Joe.
Yeah,
he's got
his head flops around every time.
God,
every time he fucking talks,
I still think they did Cabal pretty well though, as far as like his move set. He had the rushes, he had that kind of thing. He ran past him and confused him. He did. He had his I forget what those hook swords are called. The Chinese hook swords. Yeah. All that's solid.
It seems like they focused really hard on, as far as like the fight scenes, in getting the accuracy with the moves.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so good on him there. I guess it's not even the details of the how do I say this? It's not the like references and like callbacks and shit that really damage this film. It really is the editing and the way that no character seems to be as important as the lore. You know?
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
it's
Well,
just like
and
by
the
the
fact
end of
that
it,
they
you
just
don't really
made
even
up-
care.
They just made up this fucker for you to care about as the main character.
Yeah,
Why would it not be about Liu Kang? Why would it not be about
Johnny Cage,
You know,
or
whoever.
or just Sonya Blade. Shit, she could have been a great character all on her own.
It would have been
as-
better if
yeah.
they just made Sonya Blade the main character and her trying to get her mark. That would have been so
yeah.
much better, dude.
Instead of her just accidentally getting a mark for killing Kano.
Absolutely.
Like
Which-
we all
which-
knew she was.
Which
gonna
she
do
could have
it.
done at the beginning of the fucking movie and saved a whole bunch of strife.
Yeah,
right?
but then
but then we don't have a film. No, we got a whole bunch of
no,
shit to make
then
a
you
film
don't
out
have
of.
your comic relief because that's what it was.
Yeah,
Kano was the comic relief.
which he did a decent job.
He did okay. There
I'll
were a
give you that.
couple of lines that I thought were pretty good.
He's immediately funny because he's Australian,
Oh yeah,
right?
that's how it works. I forgot.
Yep, that's it. Mm. Yeah,
anyways,
but
yeah.
this sucked overall, man. It
Yeah.
sucked. I was losing focus through the majority of it. I got I mean, once it got to the training sequence, it picked up for me.
Yeah,
so
a
I
little
will
bit.
say that. And then once the final fight happened, I was like, "Oh, cool! Some good choreography."
Yeah.
Oh!
This is what I've been waiting
Wow.
for. Yeah.
Because I mean, I've heard people blowing up about this as being like, "Oh man, it's amazing. We got a bunch of stuff in Asian cinema popping up again.
Yeah.
Cool, good. All right. Can we be
Can
as
we-
good as we used to be?
Yeah. Can we get some good kung fu or or
can somebody call
something?
Stephen Chow
Yes.
and just be like, "Hey, can you make this movie?"
Yeah.
Okay, look, if this was made by Stephen Chow, or if this was made by Eli Roth, this would have been a better Mortal Kombat movie. In other words, if
Hypothetically,
if it
yes.
had leaned into
I think
gore and funny gore, or if it had leaned into funny and amazing choreography.
Yeah.
Because you see, those are the two options we got. Because I bet the Eli Roth one wouldn't have had as great choreography. It would have been,
it would have been a lot more visceral.
but it would have been so much more visceral that you wouldn't have given a shit. Because you would
Yeah.
have been like, oh man, because I don't think this was violent enough.
I think it had specific moments.
Yeah,
But it also feels like they held back. I
They
feel
held
like we're going to get like a rated R or unrated, because it is rated R.
Yeah.
But, or an unrated version on like Blu-ray or something. And it's going to have like a couple of more like fatalities.
You
and
think it's
shit
going
like-
to fix the story?
No.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Because again,
No
the thing that
chance.
brings this movie down probably the most, again, are two things: unfocused story, or three things: unfocused story, unengaging character, and choppy ass editing. I mean, it feels like they filmed a bunch of stuff and then tried to find the story in editing. It really does feel like there was a lot of like this. Obviously, no one's gonna be talking as hard about this like they would like a Marvel movie or a DC or something. Like we're not getting all of this like from the set production, and so we hear about all the trials and tribulations that the movies go through now. I didn't really see that with this, but I also wasn't seeking it out. You know, is basically what I'm saying. But this movie has the telltale signs of something that it had a lot of production issues.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
maybe they didn't have a plan.
yeah, that's why every dialogue is
You got to have a plan.
it's all straight exposition.
Was Ed Boon involved in this at all? At all?
I don't know. I don't
Oh.
care enough to look it up.
Yeah, we're done with this one.
Yeah.
I think that's about all we got to say on
That's really
Mortal
it.
Kombat.
It's-
Sucks.
Yeah, it's not good.
Sucks. Has moments. Sucks. I mean, it's like a a little bit of dirt or something. I will remove you, dirt. Expel you from my water. Yeah, I got it.
But that's it on Mortal Kombat. That's Mortal Kombat is just dirt in your water.
It's dirt in my water, and I got that shit out of here. Okay. Yeah. So on to the next subject.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about a good movie adaptation?
Oh, okay.
Fucking
yeah.
JoJo,
and it has great fight scenes.
Yeah, this is a good contrast to what we were just talking about. Actually,
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Solid character, focused story for the most part.
I think this is Diamond is Forever.
Diamond is Unbreakable.
Diamond is Unbreakable. That's what it's called. Diamond is Unbreakable.
The live action Takashi Miike directed JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Pretty good.
Pretty goddamn good, dude. I mean, we're Miike fans in general, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've
but I
figured
wouldn't
that out
say
from
that
us.
I wouldn't say I've ever really gotten into JoJo's.
No, I'm really
Overall.
not into JoJo's, and that's not like a knock on it at all.
No, it's not really
No.
even one of those things. It's one of those things where I can recognize how good it is, but it's just kind of not for me.
Absolutely.
That's really it. It's a masterpiece. You're right.
And it's one of the better representations I've seen, period, of animated film. Like, it might be stylistically, tonality, and quality wise, just as faithful as it gets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you have this is about Josuke. Yeah, the younger one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
the
he's
dude who plays Jotaro is pretty solid.
yeah, dude, I know.
like
I love
him a lot.
I love the way they did his hair into his hat,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the way
of
that it's
course.
supposed to look and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it looks fucking great.
Dude, it's weird. At the end of the movie, his hat's all fucked up.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then, like, by the last scene, his hat's fixed. And it's not even like they're transitioning, like, to a different scene, you know? It's just the editing when it cuts back to him each time, his hat's a little more fixed.
Oh yeah, it's
You know?
his powers of cleanliness coming back.
Oh, right.
That's the thing, man. He's fixing himself. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that
I
that
love that.
slick costume is actually part of him.
Yeah, exactly. His hat never comes off,
It's like
except for in the OVA.
yeah, man. It's kind of like Bayonetta.
Oh, I got you.
You know?
His hat's just made out of his hair. Great, love it.
I can say most of the actors in this are people that I don't know but may have seen in something. The only one that I know is Jun Kunimura, who's also been in. Let me make sure here. He was in Kill Bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, he's Boss Tanaka in Kill Bill.
Yeah.
But he's in Ichi the Killer. Yeah. And The Audition and a couple other ones.
Yeah.
So he's the most notable character that I know, but then again, I'm not very up on current Japanese actors.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll
work on it.
Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll get better. But the dude that played Jotaro, which is Yusuke Isaya, and then the guy that played Josuke is Kento Yamazaki. Both of them are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they are.
All the side characters and stuff, like when it's a random person in the universe, they make sure to make them still unique enough. Like they have like
Right.
a weird hat, or like they have a funny expression, or they got like a
A lot of that's just being so accurate to the source material.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
these are already incredibly well designed characters.
He just
from
had
the
to
get-go.
do
He
it.
just had to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you mean like what they could have done with Mortal Kombat? Holy shit! Yeah,
There you go. There's your connection.
yeah. I mean, that's really
That's
my whole point here.
Well,
is-
because you still got fights, you still got fantastical powers, you still got an ensemble cast of characters.
Oh, yeah. You still have a silly, stupid moments.
There's enough lore to really kind of latch onto that they have to explain at some point, but it doesn't ever feel stilted or forced.
because most of the way that they make the lore happen is by showing you how cool the characters are.
First, and then expanding the world.
Yeah, and they don't even try to go for the. And you know what? This isn't they go for the main character arc, like that kind of thing. They didn't go for Dio Brando. They didn't go for, that. Again, I don't know that much about JoJo's, but I'm just saying, I know Dio Brando's the big deal.
Yeah.
And they didn't even go for that character arc. He went for a earlier side story to build it up, because if he's going to make a series of films, which this is called Volume 1, it was made fucking 4 years ago, and we don't have another one.
Mike...
He's got a lot on his plate, man.
He does a lot.
It's not like he's sitting there with his thumb in his ass. Miike is making films constantly. Films and TV shows and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So whatever, we'll give the man time. Maybe he'll come around and give us a volume 2, or
that would be cool.
But it's obvious that he wasn't trying to go for, I'm gonna kill him with the most obvious storyline.
Yeah.
He wanted to start so it has a good progression.
Yeah.
Make sure to
and
introduce.
It's a film. It is an adaptation, man.
Yeah, it's an adaptation.
That's kind of the nature of adaptation, that things are going to change.
Yeah.
And I don't want to keep repeating ourselves, but obviously we don't know too much about
JoJo's. Yeah.
But if I was going to get into the franchise, this would be a good gateway. Is basically what I'm saying is they made a film that's easily watched, easily digestible, entertaining the whole way through, So.
And it's a little violent at times, but it paces. The funny thing is, like, the violence in this isn't that much less than what's in Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat just has its gory moments. It has a couple of gory moments, right? But this is a TV-14 rated film,
right,
for Japanese audiences, which are already notorious for not liking the more gory stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's still kind of on par with a lot of the general violence level.
Absolutely.
But because of the powers, because of the way that the stands are displayed, the main bad guy is this weirdo that uses like army men. But the first opposition that they deal with is this dude that can control water.
Yeah, and he's like kind of a serial killer, I guess.
Kind of a serial killer. Yeah. And he. He does some tricky shit,
Yeah.
The movie's worth watching.
Well,
just
that's
to
the
see.
thing is, like, they don't just use the stands in a flashy way. They actually think about how those stands would logically be used.
Because there's some shit
if you by people who fully understand their powers.
Totally, yeah. Because it's like the water.
And
guy.
again, that's something that they had to have taken from the source material.
They had to have, yeah.
But still,
it feels like manga the way that these powers are represented. Like,
absolutely.
Like, for instance, the water guy can turn himself into vapor.
You got the
he does.
That's great.
He does.
I love it.
It's great. It's great. I love it when the two JoJos meet each other, Jotaro and Josuke.
Oh yeah,
because Jotaro.
Because you already saw him. You already saw those guys in the alley jobbing for him.
Josuke already fucked them up.
Yeah, exactly.
But when Jotaro, he makes some kind of off comment about his hair.
Oh yeah,
some kind of shit, and Josuke immediately gets fired up. He's like, "Whoa, kid, hey man, I didn't mean it. I was just saying let's go."
Yeah.
And then so he tries to whip out his stand on him, and he immediately parries him, dude.
Yeah.
And you see the two of them fucking clash fists in that.
Yeah.
Man, it works. It's
super good moment.
And the angles are good and everything, so it gives that impression of, it might not be
touch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. But so when they're fighting the water stand user, he can turn himself into vapor, and then if you inhale that, then he's inside of you, and then he could, I guess, blow up or do some shit,
do something,
right?
rip through you.
Yeah, so he's inside of Jotaro, and he has to use his stand to like get a glass.
Yeah.
And
it was in his mom.
Well, he doesn't do the same thing for himself because he absorbs it into his lungs.
He absorbs
How does he get it out of
into
himself?
like a fucking rubber glove.
Oh, it was a glove. That's right. It was, and then he ties it up. Yeah. Yeah, so that he has it like in this balloon, and so he's got the demon in him. But basically, he's able to move so fast that he can put his stand through his actual body, grab the shit out of his lungs, and pull it back out before it damages him.
Yeah.
And then I guess heal himself back. I don't know. It's crazy.
It's something weird. Yeah.
Some fucking stand shit is what it is.
Exactly. But pretty rad, pretty good movie. If you have not seen it.
Trey says hi.
Hi, Trey.
The
finger guns.
The whole time, man. Finger guns. You got to finger guns them. The whole time, I feel like they used creative ideas for all the stands. I mean, the army men came out of fucking nowhere for me.
Yeah,
like, what the hell's
absolutely.
even going on? I thought this guy had like guns set up.
Well,
in the
you know
room.
what? Honestly, came out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
That little chompy skull race car thing. Where the fuck did that come from?
That guy's ineffective fucking stand.
Jeez.
Yeah, the worst stand ever. Yeah, man.
No, the little race car at the very,
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spoilers.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
that
That's just
thing,
zooming through the
he's a-
room. Yeah, totally.
It crawls up into that one dude's mouth and then explodes his head.
Yeah, that's weird as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intrigued me.
They threw a bunch of stands in here. They threw a bunch of characters. They still kept a through line that you can understand about what's going on. It's funny. It's engaging. The fight scenes are good. They keep the style appropriate. Fuck, man.
This is how you make movies.
Yeah. And this is a
Warner
clear...
Brothers, take notes.
Yeah. Why? Come on, just hire Miike. Just get him
that's
to do it.
That's all you gotta do.
You're gonna have to give him a lot of money
A
because he's got a lot going on. Yeah. So that's where we're at on those. I think that the only thing about JoJo's is it is a little esoteric. So some people are just going to look at it and be like, "What the fuck is even going on here?"
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat is a lot more known.
Yeah.
It's more
it's definitely a known property, but especially probably over here. I mean, because obviously JoJo's more popular, and it might actually be more popular than Mortal Kombat right now. I don't know, but still,
it's an argument.
I mean,
I don't know. We'd have to see numbers on that.
yeah, we'll look it up later.
Tell us the stats.
Tell us the stats on JoJo's, guys.
We need JoJo's stats now.
Stats. I love it.
Yeah, he didn't realize I was recording. That's the
whole
good part
time.
of that
Yeah.
one. It made the experience authentic.
Right.
It's palpable. Yeah. I don't know. You guys should check out our VR channel, Very Reality. You should give us any kind of, suggestions for games that you'd like me to see, to play, especially stuff that I'm not good at. Because I'm decent at the handful of games that I do play, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some titles out. Like, I'm not a Beat Saber person.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I should get Beat Saber and fail on that online. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be fun.
Yeah. But I'm pretty good at Pistol Whip.
Yeah.
Also, so
Beat
is my
Saber.
daughter.
Oh, is she getting good at it?
Well, I mean, she no, but she totally plays it.
Yeah.
Let me retort.
Yeah.
She loves Pistol Whip.
Oh, yeah.
She is not good
She
at
loves
it.
Pistol Whip.
No, I have to put it on like no fail.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, no fail, and I make it to where sometimes I turn the enemies shooting at her off.
Oh, okay.
And I always turn reload off so she doesn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So she's not getting points.
She's just having fun.
She's just having fun, but
Good enough.
she plays through it.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's pretty great. I'm gonna have to get some my
footage
my
of that.
4-year-old plays.
Yeah. Plays Pistol Whip.
And then
Plays Super Hot.
yeah, man, I haven't even tried to make her play Super
Oh
Hot.
man, Super Hot
She's
would be
too
hard.
short.
Yeah.
It won't work, dude. They're already tall on us.
Yeah.
Those Crystal
that's true.
Boys are like a good 6 inches taller than me.
Yeah,
like,
she wouldn't be able to
fuck.
punch him in the face.
No, she'd be punching kneecaps.
Yeah. Well, that would work.
Yeah, but they'd always fuck her up, dude, because
Yeah.
they're right locked on you as far
True.
as bullets.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to know what's going on. And she will not understand the stay still
Oh,
part
yeah,
of Super Hot.
that's- Yeah.
Yeah, that's impossible. It was the same thing with John. I put my friend John in it, and his panic mode fucking instantly turned on.
Oh, yeah.
And he just flipped out and nearly wrecked my shit. It's,
shit.
It's always like that. I don't know why
Always.
people want to physically run to. I'm like, hey, you see this cable? You see you're attached to a cable, right? Yeah, okay. And the first thing they do is run to the boundary. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
There's a reason we put this gate up.
Yeah, fuck. Man. You need a VR slapper for your friends that don't pay attention.
This is just two hands on the side of the.
They smack the shit out of you.
No, yeah.
It's not just the slight inclination of, hey, look, we've drawn a boundary, but it's straight up like a smack to the face when you hit the red.
and a voice in your headphones going, "What the fuck are you thinking?
Back up,
back up,
back the fuck up." It's fucking Richard Pryor. Back the fuck up.
Yeah.
God damn, Jack, back the fuck up.
That would get me to buy a VR headset.
Oh man, dude, I'd love it if you had like fucking Richard Pryor as your maps voice. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man, go down like 4 or 5 blocks, goddamn, fucking. You know?
Yes.
Dude,
I want this. This is great. What other things could Richard Pryor's voice enhance?
I don't know.
Siri?
A bidet?
Yeah.
How about that? A talking bidet? Yo ass clean! Oh, man. I like it how, like, sometimes Richard Pryor turns into, like, dirty Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
sometimes.
And then the car said, fuck it. You know?
Oh, man.
I love that shit. Sorry, I just had to be Richard Pryor for a minute.
That's why. I'd like to thank Richard Pryor for being with us in the studio today. Thanks, Richard Pryor.
Fuck you, crackers. That's what Richard Pryor had to say. Oh, man.